How you doing? So the title of this video should be why my RYOBI external battery setup failed. And basically what I've done is I put a RYOBI charger. I've disconnected the PCB in there and just gone straight to the terminals, the positive and the negative. And so what happened the other day, I was going up a hill and I could smell a burning plastic smell. And if I go this way, so you got the sun, you can see how the plastic is melted. And what was happening is when it was plugged in, because it melted and started, the springs for the positive and negative, because they're on like a spring, were pushing that in with the heat of the connection. I've been running this setup for about 6 months. I've run it at 54 volts, so 18 volts, RYOBI batteries, plus the 36 volts in the system. No problem for about 6 months. But as I was running at 36 volts, going up a big hill, which I never really did with when I had the actual batteries in there, yeah, it started melting and stuff. So as you can see in here, this is just the positive and the negative tied together. So this side and this side, positive and negative. So it's just a switch. It's just to complete the loop. So positive comes up, negative comes. It just completes the circuit. That's all it does. But if you want to add another battery, then it would add that battery in series, adding the volts of whatever battery you want to put in there. So you could put a 9 amp hour RYOBI that would last like 10 kilometers roughly. You get speeds about 43 kilometers an hour with the 36 volt motor. It's only 350 watt, peak 750 watt for the NINEBOT G30. But yeah, so this system, I mean, it lasted a while, but then yeah, it's like the contact on there, you can see it's melted a bit, like a bit of. So either I didn't clean the connections enough, and then it just yeah, I don't know, really not sure why that would happen. But yeah, so my theory behind it is because these connections are only designed for 18 volts. If you're running 36 volts, which this NINEBOT is, these are only the way RYOBI makes their batteries is for 18 volts. Not like if it's an 18 volt battery, they get to 22 volts when they're fully charged. But yeah, essentially they're an 18 volt battery, which is 5 cells, lithium-ion cells in a row. So yeah, so this was cool when it worked, but for now I had to get copper wire and tie the positive and negative together, so the circuit could be complete. And I'm just using that at the moment until I go home and I get another skin, and I might beef up the other skin with I might spot weld some copper and nickel on the edge of it. I don't know if that would help, or maybe completely transfer it to copper with solder. I'm not sure, but it needs to slide in. It needs to be easy. Yeah, so that's my update with the RYOBI. Worked for about 6 months. It was good. I felt like my efficiency was a bit low for a bit. I'm not sure whether that's due to some other circumstances like the battery or the wheels. I had a problem with the wheels being low. I had a puncture in the back, and that would take away 2 kilometers an hour from the top speed. If it was completely dead, then yeah, like 5 kilometers an hour. You should be going 30, but it's only going 25, 24. That's when you know you got an issue. Yeah, so see how it happens, eh? And like and subscribe. Fucking helps a lot. Leave a comment below if you have a NINEBOT G30. I think they're the most well balanced scooters out of all the scooters. You get all these fast ones and stuff, but you can't ride no hands. Like if I'll show you right now. I got my thongs on. I'll show you. Cruise control, 1 second. There we go. Corner. No issue. Very, very well balanced scooter. So, and if you want to turn, you just put the brake on, switch over with your left hand. You can't do it with your right hand. You have to do it with your left hand. And I love with the NINEBOTs. I love the trigger, the push trigger like that, rather than the finger trigger. And you love the cruise control because you can chuck it in cruise control at any speed you want, realistically. So yeah, the cruise control is nice. It doesn't have any suspension though. So the GT2 is looking pretty fucking mean. The GT2 you can do it. You can hold the brake. There's a setting you can hold the brake on and accelerate at the same time. Whereas if I do that here, so brakes on, accelerate, not going nowhere. But if I let go of the brake, you want to move. So yeah, cool. Anyway, like and subscribe. Fucking, I need to get to 1,000 subscribers so I can make some money off this shit, boy. Alright, Kev, peace out.